that have swelled our villages and townships for small donations to start up anything that can give us money to make sure that the ground forces are taken care of in terms of food when they are doing the work of the organization. And the waste recycling was also suggested that we have a lot of waste in our areas of living, the likes of plastic and papers. We can utilize that as part of our cleaning campaigns in our places of residence. Buying sewing machines and produce different types and sizes of EFF regalia, and in the process, fighters who would be volunteers at such business would be able to get something to put bread on table for their families, whereas on the other side, the selling of that product may make money to assist at the branch level. In areas surrounded by the mines, fighters need to visit those white capitalists and ask for donations. Fighters felt that it is very important, given the fact that the white people keep on coming to our country, benefiting from our mineral resources without giving a cent back to the communities that are in those areas. Another suggestion was to invest in more properties like we did with Winnie Mandela House, as it was viewed as another way of making funds for the organization. The expropriation of unused land in villages, in townships, to plant and plow vegetables and fruits for selling and feeding the poor. Some of these products may be sold to get some money that would be used in making the programs of the organization at branch level easier. And number 8 was to build some relationship with a funeral parlors in order to try and partner with them, that if every fighter who joins their, the person who was writing here is a doctor. Some of the things I can't see. So, okay, having a relationship with some funeral parlors in order to partner with them, that if every fighter who joins them pays, a certain percentage must go to the EFF. Okay, 9, it says open regalia stores in all regions and sub-regions and maybe the branches, whereby fighters will never get bought. They will sell and make money for the organization. Maybe that money can be invested back into the branches. And then the other suggestion was opening of a gym. Run it as a business that will give the organization some funds. And this is the end of the report under Finance and Fundraising Commission. Thank you very much.
Sit there. I don't think we must accept this report. These people need to go back to a commission and find creative ways to raise and fund the revolution. The principle of a revolutionary raising of funds is to make sure that our revolution is not captured and therefore it manages to fund itself. Again, it's precisely to avoid white monopoly capital giving us money. So how do you go to a commission and say, we must take a resolution that we must go get money from the very people who are capturing everybody? But Lord, so famous learn. Yeah? Are there any additions from this commission? Is there something that he has forgotten? So that we hear if there is something creative. Otherwise, we must be able to allow this commission to go and crack their brains. We can't have so many minds in here. There's too many brains in here. You must be creative. Are there additions? Number one, anyone else? Two, where is the mic? Because there's just two of you, I hope there are two mics, and then three. Where is the mic? Hey, my daughter. Number 1, 2, 3, please come here. It looks like Messi has won the World Cup. I don't know if there are people in here who believe in South America. The Argentinians are very important because it is the home country of Che Guevara. So I thought I must make that announcement on a lighter note. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mine is short and fast. My name is Mangopane Divani, Ward 28, Turamela Sub-Region. The reportee has mentioned that Ugari, the doctors' signatures were the ones who were writing there. So I want to make additions. We agreed that on our meetings, branch level meetings, we must contribute something for just to say we are meeting, those generals meeting. We contribute maybe 10 rand per meeting, 20 rand per meeting. By then we will be raising money to can manage all the affairs of the revolution in the branch level. Same as a regional level, same as provincial level. When you come to a meeting, we agree, we're okay. We are on meeting number 14 maybe. All of us, we must bring maybe 100 rand per that meeting. It means if you have 20 meeting a year, it's 100 times the number of the RCT, 100 times the number of the PEC. We multiply, I think by that, we can get those numbers to finance the revolution rather than going to those ones who will just laugh at us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings once more. My name is William Sateche from Ward 11, Polokwane Capricorn Sub-Region. My input on the fundraising, I see the importance of having some gala dinner that maybe it will be arranged in every province, 9 provinces, maybe for sake. Yes, and then maybe it's gonna be done quarterly or 2 times a year. That it will be well announced and advertised to all fighters surrounding that province to come and attend the gala dinners, that it will attended by fighters and the leadership of the CCT. And the main purpose of that gala dinner it will be to contribute to the organization and also to help to run the admin of the organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Timela, ya bolelang ke Mokgadi Maifo from Ward 8 Blueberg, Capricorn region. Nna ke le Mokgadi Maifo, ke nagana hore lekhumo le tswa mmu. Ke nagana hore if maybe each ward can have a garden, tshimonyana ba dia dibyalo, and then can tell in daily basis they can sell those veggies and then make money.
Takitamisha ke nasa Masetla from Ward 12 kako Ephraim Magale ki ile ka shishinya gore believe ya ka mpotsa gore EFF Economic Freedom Fighters mokgatlo wa setšhaba is here to stay. It's a permanent political party. Ke mokgatlo o tlong just setšhaba se wa se isha pele. Future bana ba rena mo mokgatlong o ke shishinje gore ge le gore re dumelana ka taba yeo ya gore EFF is permanent and is here to stay generation from generation 100 from here, then we need to think big in the sense that let's look into possibility of opening a mining company, in the sense that a mining company can either be open cast operation or underground. That is only if it's not going to contradict the 7 cardinal pillars of this glorious organization, whereby we're talking about in future or that short notice, in short, medium or long term to nationalize the mines. Since we are not in power for now, let's create a cooperative or a PTY limited, whereby the board will be created and be led by the top 6, or that board will be created. We apply for mining rights since we have a good relationship with the royal councils. Baka di Fukembe ba le mo maabane ke ne neta gore ga re ka kopantša le bona ba ka re bontša ra identifya a land which minerals. Then we will be mining that mineral, financing this province, possibility of financing national office as well. This is long term. We are friends possibly with China, then we can get investors from there, come and invest in this company. They understand us better than our Bagadi Jombarena. I think that will help us going forward. We cannot rely on going to beg from monopoly capital permanently. These car wash things is for small boys. It's little things. Let's think big. We have a land. We're talking about nationalizing mines. We're looking for the minerals. We're talking about expropriation of land without compensation. With the royal councils, with Magoshi Arena, we have support. So if we create a task team whereby relationship le Magoshi Arena itla godishwa ya improve better than what we have, then we will have a land, identify the minerals, and then go and mine there. I said I did it myself with no begging from anybody. I'm having a mining rights, so we can do it as a political party.
Thank you very much. Okay, are there any other hands that would like to make a contribution outside of those who were at the commission? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Wazan, when I point your hand, please come here. There is a number 6 at the right back. Okay, that will be it. I will insist still that you keep to the 2 minutes rule. Let us find solutions, comrades. Iskatso complainer is over. Remember at all times, the duty of a fighter is to find solutions for the problems that confront society and our movement. Yes, number 1.
Okay, thank you very much.
Please test the mic by saying 1, 2.
1, 2.
Wo go e block-a ntse go-
1, 2. Okay, my name is Isaiah Muchekwa Njana from Blueback, Ward 19, Capricorn region. So, nane ke nahana hore e ka lebelleha o ka re it's a useless thing. But each and every ward or each and every village, I know we have taxi ranks. If we can maybe as a ward or as a VD, ra no donate di 5 ranta 5 ranta, ra reka di sepele mashela, ra ithaopa re tlhapisa di taxi. If taxi maybe ba idira or no ke 70 ranta. I get rena re le EFF that branch ra re no re ka le tlhatswetsa yona ka 20 ka 30 ranta or ka 50 ranta. Ra se idire every day, se bento every day. Ya ba maybe ntho ya mo kgweding ra ya abedi. Then ke nahana hore ra idira national wide. South Africa ka moka ya ra ya kwana hore a re tlhapiseng di taxi ka 50 rand re diteketse se sepelle shela then ba re fe 50 rand 50 rand tšhelete re tlo e kopana e ka dira di million. Thank you very much.
Yes, Mama.
My name is Asensha Mashumu from Maruleng Ward 10 under Mupani. So my suggestion is that our organization needs to invest in entrepreneurship. How do we do that? We have representatives in our municipalities. There are tenders there. There are projects there. So those projects and tenders, they need to be awarded to the economic freedom fighters. By doing so, we will be able to contribute back into the organizations. I get our councillors are only a certain amount they are paying back into the organization. We can do that as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Kenneth from Ward 2 in Riboni. Mine is, first, we understand that every member, first we start with being volunteers. So I would like to say we encourage those who are employed in our branches to volunteer to contribute some little money. There's money that you don't account for in your life as an employed person. So we will encourage them to volunteer. That's number one. Number two, it's events. Because we didn't want to deliberate on things that don't have timelines and not attainable, because this is the third sitting. There was always commissions, people sit, discuss, and then nothing happens. We want something that have got timelines and they are achievable. Like in our branches, we should identify people with events knowledge so that they tell us what event can we hold and then it can bring revenue. Like you see that youth, they like events that have got DJs and then something like that. Us as branch, we organize such an event, then it brings revenue, then we can fundraise. If we realize it is not coming through, we try soccer. Youth like soccer. So let's say there's 8 branches. We arrange for a tournament of 8 teams, but under the ban of EFF. That thing, it's attainable and it's got timelines. Rather than talking things that we just talk them until we come again, we still talk. Some that has got maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, it's attainable. So my input is events and then volunteering. That's my input. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. My name is Sina Mulongwana from Mudimulimo Ward 3 in Waterberg region. My suggestion is that we have to create some project that will help with fundraising, like maybe a project of sewing or a project of maybe we can come with creativities. I know that there are some people in EFF that are creative. We can do project and then fundraise for our organization. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings. My name is George Makata from Waterberg District, Marapo, Ward 1. My suggestion, I was thinking fashion, because we already have attire for EFF. Let's make it fashionable and desirable for even the youth. And then maybe Rikadia, the fashion show sometimes. And then on the other hand, there are stationery. Let's create some stationery, say longore sinale EFF logo, like rulers, pens, things like that, and also maybe the calendar and then the cups. Korle, I don't know the franchise like, yeah, that is what I'm thinking.
Thank you.
Ke a leboga. Leina la ka ke nna Melato Motau from Lepelle Nkumpi Ward 20. Ge bele ka sepedi ke be ke no re ba ntšietše. Mara for gone jwalo ke rata go bolela gore nna ye be ke naganneng because ka EFF re na le bomme ba bantši ba go ba le ditlhaloganyo tša maphefo ba ile gore ba ka tla ba kgona go create mešomo e mentši ya go swana wa mathomo ke nna ge go ka no diagala gore ba re mola go na le mo ile gore go rekile di-industrial machine rekile eng go ra gore EFF re ile go kgona go dira fundraising because I know gore go kgona go roka ke kgona go design e ke apara go ba EFF e tswa ka matsogong a ka go ra gore rena re le bomme ba ile gore re na le ditalente re ka dira gore mokgatlo le kgotla le tšwele pele ge go itla dikgetho tša bo 2024 a re salla re re national we ba sa re fe tšhelete ya di-taxi we ba sa re fe eng re tla be re kgona go producer dilo di tšwa go rena batho ba di reka ene le lekgotla le gola ke a leboga.
Yes, Mama. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Commissar. Greetings to all of you, my colleagues. My name is Mashiel Yikal Lensel Komane from Skukuni, Elias Mutsualeli, Ward 9. Yes, I thank the presenter of the commission under the fundraising. We understand this what they have accumulated. We appreciate it, but we will make some inputs whereby maybe it will be look different. Yes, it's true. We really have to have a vision as EFF, and we really have not to be afraid to take a risk. And then when we talk about fundraising, we must able to identify an opportunity. We first have to look around the villages that we are associated around. Like myself, I'm coming from Sekhukhune. When we look around Sekhukhune, or we consider Sekhukhune, you will know Sekhukhune is one of the most province that got the granite, in which even those who use the granite, they just take the tops and leave a material being abandoned everywhere. And if we will look around, you will get opportunities whereby as EFF, if we will consider to what we have as a province, we will see to it that we ourselves, we have to have money before we can think that we can make EFF have money. In other stages, I promote fighters must be able to create manufacturing companies. There is a granite that is loitering around the corners of Sekhukhune region that is just abandoned, and it's where the concrete comes from. If you can look at it, it's a free money. You are not going to use machinery to dig that granite. It's just loitered around. Then so I'm thinking if we can consider on things like that, or to make sure that because we want the EFF to have money, we ourselves, we must equip ourselves whereby we will see our profit so that we can be able willingly sponsor EFF rather than to rely on the white monopoly capitals. And on the other stage again, thank you very much.
1, 2. Thank you. Those are, you have anything to say? Okay, you are released. Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause, comrades. Media and communication, are you ready to report? Organizing, are you ready to report? Who? Okay. Yeah, but she's walking very slow. Inhliziyo yami ebuhlungu mangikhumbula yena. Inhliziyo yami ebuhlungu mangikhumbula yena. Mama maye, mama maye, mama maye, yelele mama ye. Kiti bona kola ne mafaita izwe lona lizobuya. Awuxola ne mafaita izwe lona lizobuya mama. Awejiwelele mama maye. Awe mama maye. Shiwelele mama ye.
Thank you, Commissars. My name is Mahlako Tefni Tladi from Skukune region, Makurita Mara sub-region, Ward 17. Greetings to all, protocol observed. I'm going to present under the Commission of Media and Communications. When we talk about the media, a media is a variety of media platforms. For instance, radio, print, television, free media, and social media. Having identified how the negative reporting about the EFF in the media space, and also having identified the need to communications, clear message about what is the EFF and what it stands for. Also recognizing that the EFF manifesto is the radical document which threatens interest of the white monopoly capital. And also recognize the negativity and the generation that we are awaiting. We thus resolve as a media and communications in commission of this third provincial regional assembly. We resolve that communication must be central in working of the newly elected PCT to counter the negative narrative about the EFF. It can be accepted to the public broadcasting and the mainstream print media, white-owned television, anti-socialist in their character, and for the ill biased against the EF, that is the reality of the space within which the next PCT will function. The next PC needs to understand that as understand that no one wants to report the good news about the EFF. So we can accept that the elected PCT operate within a hostile media. It is not a new thing. It is a continuous of what been happening since the formation of the EFF in 2013. To this, we resolved that Media and Communication Desk must establish PCT and RCT level that will monitor the media space and pick up the negative reports about the organizational issue and issue statement to counter false narrative about the EFF. The commissions recognizes that EFF does not have internal communications problem. And also Commission knows that the main problem is our articulation of message to our voters. Communication knows that, Commissions knows that our target voters is not sophisticated. Therefore, we must find a ways of reaching out to the level of the voters in order to deliver a clear message. The Commission knows that Limpopo is above 80% rural and 90% rural. And these communities falls under traditional leadership. We further know that most traditional leaders are captured by ruling party and surrogate of white monopoly capital. Therefore, the next PCT, RCT, BCT must go back to the traditional leaders and build a relationship. Must go to the traditional leaders to build a working relationship which will assist with communication between the EFF and the rural voters. The commission resolved that a newsletter in the mold of Radical Voice will be run provincial by BCT to communicate programs of BCT and RCTs. The Commission also resolved that there should be a head of communication at provincial level to monitor and handle communication issues of the EFF. This will help in speeding of communication between the voters and organization. EFF offices must be branded. Members of the EFF must be encouraged to wear EFF regalias at all times. For example, even the accessories like earrings, maybe watches, and etc. Awareness of EFF app, and we are saying PST must encourage members to download app. The incoming leadership must occupy the space of the radio to raise the issues such as GBV, racism in sports. They must be active on the media at all times. The next PC team must be trained on how media works, especially the head of the communications. We expected that all the resolution must be implemented within 90 days of their inauguration meetings. So I thank you.
Are the additions from those who participated in the commission? Number 1. Number 2. Please, when I point your hand, you ought to come here. Number 3. Thank you. Number 1. Mike. What happened to the mic? Sound people, we need the mic here. Gijima. Gijima. Number 1.
Nagernedo Pasha Kitogwa Skukun Feta Homutubats, what 19. Hereverleka Mola di Commission in Ron Chichor. Resona Jogor reapproach. Davaya Ikasa, Moilor, the radio stations are locally. Jenchi Dirano got license. Moilor, another problem, your EFF, Evereka, what you must pale. Mara, Agona, the community had a report. Moilor, Garaga, community, media, every day require opposition, the opposition party, or DGM, Meracoil, or Ushumeki EFF. So, Rivero Hopelale, Wetapel, Jovi Lovango, province in Limpopo. Or Sancho Rovelo office, your communication, you will or illegal, the region. The region, qual region in Lona Rovele head their communication. Or in Tonga Leonga Ele or Iadire. I report Iwi Capella. Ikawa ya public lea organization. Wandernal matata agor. Kobali activities kwa fast. Ke o swanetse gore wa reporta go be boima o hwetša ka re organization a bereke. Se sengwe seo re bontšitšego sona ke gore re na le problem ya gore ge go ena le taba ya kwa di branching, the councillors ba ba approachang ba soro di department tša development ka kwa masepaleng ge ba ya kwa di wardeng ba palela ko ka communicator le di branch. Let's say example ke ba housing o hwetše the councillors of the EFF di eta kwa di branching mme di tsamaya le councillor tša ANC. Ground forces di sa reportela. Re na le problem ya communication in EFF. Re gopela boetapele jo bo tsenao nke bo e lebelele ka letlho la ntšhotšhonono ka gobane makhanselara a šoma mara ga go bontši ka gore ga gona report.
Thank you. Can you not switch off my mic, man? It's very frustrating. Yes, number 2. You're like Honolulu stop a pasha. We live for 10 minutes.
Nakina Pe Haramatali from Capricorn, Sub-Virginia Molemol. Kibeki Karoloya, the very same commission, Fetan who report on Nibelo. o na le tše dingwe tše ke boneng gona ke di kwa, and I never went to break. Are itlwaetšene o fa batho the relevant information, because tše re di boletšeng a ko bole taba tša di-watch di tsena gore tshwanetse re die di-watch, because the point that I made as far as taba ya media is concerned, ebile ke nana gore maybe ba tla e raisa more committee e ntshwa e re tlilo no e tseba nase nke e tlwaetse baetapele ba rena ba distraction kwa fase o bo fitha ona mo dimo o ikgweranya le media ka nako engwe khumana re blame the radio stations or whatever kind of media is concerned, not knowing rena ka borena are sure ya we've got those powers to re le ka dilo tse re tshwantse le re fuwe platform. Hey na mara ke tla botsa batho eng go radio nke re tlwaetse baetapele ba rena go shumisa di-media platform. Re ska re tla ka mo khumana nako e ntse re blame media gore ga go apetse dibotse ka rena e re fuwa platform, mara we don't do that. So that is what I said. Mara taba ya di-watching ke le rectifying banna ba ebe ke na le lena.
Yes, sir.
Tobela Galina Gempo Masokhonyane Majomani from Makudutamaga, Ward 4. In my inputs, we have to be very vigilant when we come to the issue of media and publications, because our media and publications platforms are dominated by propagandist agenda. So as the EFF, we must try by all means to come with very transformational and revolutionary concept in regard to media and publications, so that we'll be able to do away with the propagandist information that is imparted and incited within our community members. So media platforms, as the organization, we must try to be at a better level or advantaged to bridge the gap to avoid capitalist propagandist concepts. So as the EFF, we must come with a very effective and vigilant transformational program so that we'll be able to dominate the media and publication platforms, because media is very important in a sense that we as the organizations, we must be better positions to conscientize our people. So through the platforms of media, we will be able to transform and impart relevant and revolutionary ideologies.
May I revolutionary release you from the mic? Thank you.
Salute.
Salute. Can I take hands of those that were outside or that were not part of the commission who want to make contribution to the media and communication resolutions? Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Okay, we have 3 hands. Yes,
Thank you, Commissar Mbiseni. I have few issues that I will touch on. And number 1, Commissar, I think it's very important as the EFF, in particular in the provinces and the regions, that the people we task with the responsibility of speaking on behalf of the EFF, whether it's the local radio stations or local newspapers, we take them through some sort of a training so that we ensure that they understand the policies of the EFF, the founding manifestos of the founding manifesto of the EFF, I mean, because some of the things that you hear on the media, you will get the shock of your life, where you will have one fighter speaking at a local radio station and say, no, this new mayor, we're rallying behind this new mayor. By that time, it's a mayor of the ANC, seriously contradicting us. So I feel it's very important. The second issue that I want to speak to, there was a point back then where the organization was ensuring that every leader of the EFF must at least have a Twitter account, a Facebook account, an Instagram account. Because if you look on Twitter, half the time, the EFF is crucified. And most fighters are not even there to go there on Twitter, occupy the space and fight on behalf of the EFF through the hashtags. It's very painful, Komisa, with the 1 million membership that we have. You find hashtag like Futsal EFF training, and we have leaders who are not even there to say anything. So it should be mandatory that every leader of the EFF must have a Twitter account, Facebook and Instagram, to name the list. The last one, as I'm leaving, Komisa, since you're about to cut me,
I wasn't about to cut you.
No, when you
But now that you say it.
No, please don't. Okay, the last one before you cut me, there is an issue that I think it's becoming foreign in the EFF, the WhatsApp groups of the EFF. We need to monitor that. And some of the things that we as fighters say or post in the WhatsApp groups and Facebooks against the organization, let them be punishable because they ruin our reputation as the EFF. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much, fighters, for your disciplined response to the darkness. I think I will beg your indulgence until we can find some light. The sound people had a light behind the stage that at least assisted us. I think we request that they put it on. We have generators here, but when electricity goes, they are unable to pick up the lights. So I beg your indulgence. Let us continue. Hopefully the light will come in, at least to have a way of being able to see each other. Number 2.
Komisa, ke Theresia Madiope from Blueback, Capricorn region. Kgothatso o nkhavile, but ke be ke duma re training e be extended to public representative. If you look at the morao in a before public representative, a kabolela le media, o tshwantse a consult the upper structure. But re ka ba compulsory ore, re thoma re tsentsa di public representatives, then re a di trainer or di kgona approach di ka kgona approach jwang media. Then ke bona taba ya o bolela le media e ka ba and then on the issue ya di councillor candidate as a new area di by election in J2 and re nyaka o bolela le di community members go fase ke bona go le bohlokwa gore after electing a councillor candidate, that councillor candidate must also be trained or immediately re a fetsa o address a community same time abe a kae a ko meeting so that ba sa kgona go fitlhella ke molaetsa o kgona ba fitlhella via the radio ke a leboga.
Tobe. Number 3.
Ke leboga sebaka se sa go bolela. Lebitso la ka ke nna Cynthia from Capricorn region, Ward 21. Tabe ke nyaka go e bolela go gore it is a reality gore rena we don't have the same luxury as the governing party to use public media like the SABC. We are always suppressed. The only person you